Good evening, viewers. Welcome to MouShauk. Today we'll be discussing some of the glands like sweat glands, sebaceous glands, and mammary glands, okay, which are present in our skin, okay. So before I start, let us first. I request you to please to subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed yet, and if you are liking the video, press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And last but not the least, that is, please do meditate before you start your day. So we will also start with a short meditation, and then we will start the discussion. Okay? So for meditation, let us concentrate on the point of light. Think that light is the source of energy for you, and it's falling on you, and your whole body is illuminated. You are also feeling very energetic, very, very light, without any tensions, worries. Remember, more you have lots of positive energies, you're getting good marks, getting appreciation from people, and getting discipline, thinking for being disciplined. So be positive and start your day. Okay, so we'll also start now with the discussion. Okay, so first we start with the sweat gland. Now, we know during summer season, especially when we feel hot, then we perspire. Okay. So where from this perspiration comes? Where from this our body becomes so watery during the summer season where when we are feeling warm, I mean hot, or when we are sometimes excited. So what does that helps us to perspire? Okay, so these are due to the sweat glands. And these glands are a simple coiled tube which present the deeper secretory part. Okay, and they are and an excretory part which runs upward to open on the surface. So sweat glands have two parts. One is secretory part that is down inside, deeper inside the skin, and it has a coiled tube which comes up, and this excretory part. Okay, this secretory part is down and excretory part is at the up. Okay, upwards which open to the surface. Okay? So it has the coiled portion. Okay, total is a coiled tube. Okay, the secretory part is downward and upper portion is excretory part. The outer opening, it has some sweat pores. Okay, then the total number of outer openings is about 2 million. Human races belonging to hotter countries usually have more sweat pores than those which belong to those belonging to the colder ones. Okay. Then sweating. Why do we sweat? Okay. The secretory part of a sweat gland. Okay, it's due to the secretory part of the sweat gland. It absorbs the fluid from the surrounding cells and the blood capillaries, okay, of the dermis area. That all in the dermis area there are blood capillaries and surrounding cells. So from those, it absorbs the secretory part of the sweat gland. It absorbs the moisture, all the absorbs the, all the fluid it absorbs. Okay. It absorbs the fluid, not all the fluid, but the fluid it absorbs. Then passing it, it passes this fluid into the excretory part. Okay? Now, from this excretory part, it pours out on the surface to the sweat pores. Okay, this is how this sweating occurs. Now, the sweating occurs in 1 minute. Okay, in minute quantities at all times. Okay. Throughout the day, sweating occurs in minute quantities, but in large quantities during hot season, humid season, or when we are doing certain exercises, strenuous exercises when we are doing, that time also sweat comes out. What is the purpose of the sweating? It loses the body weight by evaporation. Okay, it will, this, when we sweat, it will lose our body weight. When we do some strenuous exercises on when we are feeling hot during humid weather and humid weather when we are feeling hot, that time what happens, our body becomes heated. Okay, so to lose that heat, this sweating occurs. Okay, so that when we lose our heat, when we sweat, that evaporates and we are feeling, our body feels cool. Now, what is the composition of the sweat? It contains 99% water, 0 to 0.5% of salts. Okay? They mainly contain sodium chloride, okay? And traces of urea, which is about 0 to 0.8%. Sorry, 0.08%. It's 0.08% urea, and salts 0.2 to 0.5%, which is mainly of sodium chloride, and 99% water. So that's why if you taste some sweat, okay, it will feel soft. You can feel that salty taste. Okay. Now, urea, which is lost through sweat, is about 1% because 0.08% of urea that is lost, that is about 1% of the total area excreted by the body. So this sweating also acts as a excretor. I mean, that means it functions as excretion. So excretion function is also there in sweating. So it will lose body heat as well as it also excretes. Okay. Mainly urea is lost during urination or when we pass motion. But nearly 1% of urea is also lost during sweating. Now, cold sweat. You have heard that during cold season also, people sweat. Why? Due to psychic influences like fright or nervousness. Okay. Now, sweating may also accompany nausea and severe pain due to the loss of body salts. So, when one person, I mean, when somebody sweats a lot, okay, I mean, an unlimited quantity of sweating is there. So that time what happens? The person gets nausea, severe pain also is there because it is due to this, due to the loss of body salts, this happens. Okay? Now, we need to see where this sweat gland is and how does it look like. So from the picture, we can see this is the sweat gland. See, this is the sweat gland. Coiled, highly coiled tube. Okay? This is the secretory part, and the excretory part comes out here, and this is the sweat gland. Okay, this is the excretory part. This coil tube which is running up, that is the excretory part, and this is the secretory part. And this absorbs the fluid from the surrounding cells as well as the blood capillaries which are present in the dermis. Okay? So this is about sweat gland. Okay? Now we come to sebaceous gland. Sebaceous glands, they are branched glands which usually open into a hair follicle. Okay? But sometimes they even also open directly to the outside. So mainly they open into the hair follicle, but sometimes they also directly open into the outside. Okay. They produce an oily secretion which is known as sebum, which makes the hair and the outer surface of the skin oily and waterproof. So that we can keep the epidermis supple, and it prevents also loss of moisture from our body by evaporation. So this is our sebaceous gland. So you can see the picture. This is the sebaceous gland, which is opening into the hair follicle. Okay, sometimes sebaceous glands also open outside directly. Okay, so they secrete some sebum, oily secretion, which is known as sebum. It makes the hair and outer surface of the skin oily, and it keeps waterproof. The epidermis, it is waterproof, and it keeps the epidermis supple, and it also prevents loss of moisture by evaporation. When there is a reduction secretion of oil, especially in cold and dry weather, okay, then what happens? The skin becomes rough and leave a powdery surface when scratched. When you have also seen that when during winter, your skin, when you scratch your skin, it becomes white scar marks you can see. So, and even some powdery rashes type of thing come out. So this is because the skin becomes dry, and this sebaceous glands, the secretion of the sebaceous glands is reduced. That's why. Now, when there is an increased secretion of sebum, then especially during hot and humid weather, the skin becomes extra oily, and it can produce this acne, pimples, okay, blackheads like that. So common problems are these. The sebaceous glands are this: pimples, acne, blackheads. Okay. Now, what are pimples? Pimples are what? That sebum gets accumulated. Okay. The sebum gets accumulated, and there is growth of bacteria. As these sebum is nutritive, no? That therefore, what happens when the sebum gets accumulated, there is bacteria growth, which makes it infected. Okay, and this forms boils or pimples. Okay, then acne. Acne are the common. That is the common problem in adolescents. Here also there is inflammation of the sebaceous gland due to the hormonal influence. Okay, there is hormonal influence. There is inflammation of the sebaceous gland. And blackheads we have studied earlier also. That's an open pore in the skin which gets clogged with the dead skin cells and sebum. Dead skin cells and sebum, they clog these open pores which are present on the skin, and they turn black due to oxidation by the air. And that forms the blackheads. Okay. Now, there are two modified sebaceous glands. One is meibomian, and other is ceruminous glands. Okay. So meibomian glands, they are modified sebaceous glands which opens at the margins of the eyelids. You have the eyelids here. So there, what happened? These modified sebaceous glands, they open. Okay. They also secrete some oil secretion, and they lubricate the margins of the eyelids, which prevents the overflow of the tears. Okay. Then ceruminous glands, they are also modified sebaceous glands which are present in the auditory canal, okay, in the ear. They secrete some wax-like substance, which is known as cerumen or ear wax. Okay, this lubricates and protects the eardrum, okay, delicate eardrum from dust particles and germs. Okay. So this is the picture of the meibomian glands. Here you can see the thread-like structure, not thread-like, it will be some wick-like structure which is present in the Diaz, no? So like that, you can see these glands are present in the eyelids. Okay. So these are meibomian glands. These are present in the eyelids, which keeps the eyelids warm. They keep the eyelids oily so that it will prevent the overflow of the tears. Okay. Now this another gland is that the ceruminous glands. They produce ear wax in our ears in the auditory canal. So these are the ceruminous glands. These two. Okay. Okay. So you can see the picture here also, here, which produces it protects the eardrum and it lubricates the eardrum. Okay? Now we come to mammary glands. They're also known as milk glands. Okay, they are modified sweat glands which are present in both in the males and females, but in males they persist in rudimentary form, whereas in females at puberty, they enlarge, they mature and they enlarge to form a pair of breasts. Okay. And each breast carries a central conical projection, which is known as nipple. And on the nipple, there open 15 to 20 milk ducts. Okay, on the nipple, 15 to 12, 20, 15 to 20 milk ducts open at a time. Okay, and each milk duct is continued inward in a branching manner. That is, inward it branches. Okay, to join a cluster of 15 to 20 lobes of mammary gland. Okay? So 15 to 20 milk ducts are there, and each milk duct inward it also branches to forming a cluster, which also cluster of 15 to 20 lobes of mammary glands. Okay. Main function is that it is related to reproductive hormones and that is prolactin and it's during pregnancy. Okay. And its main function is to secrete milk, which is highly nutritious for a newborn baby. Now let us see the picture of the mammary gland. These are the milk ducts. You can see the gray color picture. You can see that is written the milk duct, and the milk duct opens through nipple. Okay, and each milk duct is attached to a cluster of 15 to 20 mammary glands. Okay, these are the fat region. Okay, so this is the picture of the mammary glands. Okay, this picture is a little bit crazy. Okay. So this much for today. Till then, please go through the text videos. Till now, three parts we have discussed, three videos are given. So if you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box, or you can also write in kasturi74@gmail.com. If you are liking the video, press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And if you are new viewer to my channel or you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel so that you can stay tuned and remain updated as soon as a new video is uploaded. Okay? So thank you for joining and have a good day.